There will be a second coming. Dolan Perkins Valdez's novel is instructive for us. Have you heard of her? She's on Oprah's list, one of the best-selling authors. She was born and raised in Memphis, Tennessee, a graduate of Harvard and a former University of California presidential postdoctoral fellow. She wrote a novel, and I'm going to spell the name of the novel first, and if you don't throw me out, then I'll pronounce the word. W-E-N-C-H. Want me to spell it again? Capital W, E-N-C-H. I mind you, she's a Harvard graduate, all right? Wench. When I went to purchase the book from Wench, does that sound better? Wench. When I went to purchase the book from Barnes & Noble and asked the young man behind the counter if he had the title, he looked at me funny. And so then I had to put on my most professional face and give him definitions of the word. Say, well, from the Middle English wenchel, meaning a girl, a maid, a young woman, a female child. But during the antebellum period in the South, it simply referred to slave women. The salesperson glanced at me as he slowly searched the system for the title. They had one copy of the book in stock in Ann Arbor. It's an engaging, page-turning, original novel. It looks at the moral complexities of slavery. It's situated in Ohio, a free territory before the Civil War, and it is a resort area where four kinds of people gathered: Southerners, enslaved blacks, Northern abolitionists, and free blacks. They had a fight on their hands, did they not? Can you imagine the turmoil? As I read the novel, I noted that triumph and tribulation, that joy and sorrow are connected, are inseparable, and that love manages to exist in the most inhuman, brutal circumstances. Another reason for knowing that the second coming is imperative. So that this is a lesson that the Advent agenda can help us with, can help us understand that triumph and tribulation, that joy and sorrow are connected, and that love manages to exist in the most inhuman, brutal circumstances. Did the resort in Ohio exist? Yes. Is the story told on the resort property fiction? Yes. Once the resort closed, the United Methodist Church bought the property and planted an educational institution. Today, the African Methodist Episcopal Church owns that property, and what college do you think stands on that land? Wilberforce, the oldest black college in the United States of America. Because what? Out of something that bred conflict came something that still gives life. But what has that to do with Advent? Good news for a church like Fort Street. Every time you open your doors and worship, every time you demonstrate to the world that we can love across racial lines, every time someone walks into this sanctuary and sees it manifested in these pews, then guess what? We get a glimpse of that which is to come, but has not yet fully arrived, the Advent agenda. And as I stand here in the midst of you, as I always do, oh, I can't do that. You make Isaiah's desires for God to reveal himself real to me. And I can hear the melody of the organ in my mind. Oh come, Emmanuel, and ransom captured Israel that mourns in lonely exile here until the Son of God appears. Thank you, Fort Street. Stay on the cutting edge. Take the blows, but don't turn around. The second coming, there will be one.